What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today we got some really big news for Warzone and the Call of Duty franchise as a whole, and this was a blog post discussing the details of their brand new anti-cheat system that's going to be coming first to Warzone later this year, and then it will also be implemented into Vanguard and presumably every future Call of Duty release. So in today's video, I just wanted to go through these details and talk about this anti-cheat and whether or not I feel it will be effective. And diving right in, this anti-cheat system is called Ricochet, and it's a multifaceted approach to combat cheating. And what they mean by the multifaceted approach is the first part of this is there are server-side tools which will monitor analytics to identify cheating. So from the sounds of it, this is going to be looking at player analytics when they're in game. So it'll look at your headshot percentage, your overall accuracy, maybe your kill-death ratio, and I'm sure many other stats as well. And if something stands out in one of those areas, you'll be flagged as a cheater. And I think this is great news, and this has been a long time coming. It's pretty easy to tell. If you go into COD Tracker, for instance, and you look at a suspicious player that you ran into in game, it's pretty obvious just having a glance at their stats that they are clearly a cheater, and there's just no way anybody would be able to achieve those kinds of stats without cheating. So this is a system that's going to be able to pick up on that stuff automatically. And that's just the first part of this. They also have enhanced investigation processes to stamp out cheaters. We don't really know what that's going to include, and they probably don't want to reveal all of the details of that as well so that people can try and get around that system. But another thing they mentioned is there are going to be updates to strengthen account security, which is a big problem in Warzone, where many people's accounts have actually been stolen since Warzone's release, and then people use those accounts to cheat because those accounts will have like all the weapons unlocked and a bunch of attachments and everything, so they don't have to cheat from a level 1 account, they can cheat from somebody else's account that has already been leveled up. It's good to see that apparently they are taking steps to strengthen that account security, although I would still recommend, and they recommend as well, enabling two-factor authorization on your Activision account, because that will give you an extra layer of protection from your account being stolen and used by cheaters, which will likely get your account banned. Now, everything I've mentioned so far, this stuff that's going to be server-side, this is going to be launching alongside Vanguard, and then later this year with the Pacific update. So that part's actually coming pretty soon, and honestly, up until this point, that's sort of the bare minimum that they should be doing when it comes to anti-cheat. However, the second part of this anti-cheat is PC-specific, and this is the kernel level driver that they're going to be adding. And this is going to be launching alongside the Pacific update. So the Vanguard integration into Warzone. So it's not going to be at Vanguard's launch, but instead, whenever they integrate Vanguard into Warzone and we get the new Pacific map. And with this kernel level driver, this is PC only. And what it does is it runs in the background while you're playing Warzone. And it analyzes any programs that are interacting with the game. And in doing so, this allows them to much more effectively pick up on cheaters. And traditionally, kernel-level anti-cheat is the most effective method of detecting and banning cheaters because it's literally analyzing any packets that are coming in from external programs. I'm not saying it's 100% flawless, but it is generally the most effective method, and it's great to see that they're going to be adding that into Warzone. However, the biggest concern with kernel-level anti-cheat is always privacy, because it is a program that you're installing onto your PC, and they are using that to actively collect data on your PC. In their blog post, where they're sharing all this information on the anti-cheat, they do have a dedicated section to protecting your privacy, and they claim that this kernel-level driver will only operate when you play on your PC. So it will only be running when Call of Duty Warzone is booted up on your PC. It is not always on, and it will only monitor software and applications that interact with Warzone. They also say when you shut down Warzone, the driver turns off. And it is nice to see that they are addressing this privacy concern, because that is always a massive concern with kernel-level anti-cheat. And at least from the sounds of it, they are doing things right here. Now, they do mention that even once these anti-cheat measures are put into place, they still want players to be actively reporting suspicious players in games. If you think somebody is cheating, even once the anti-cheat is out, still report them, and they say that will actually help their systems be able to pick up on potentially new cheats that have gotten around their anti-cheat system, and that will better allow them to combat that in the future. Additionally, one final layer that they're talking about here with their entire anti-cheat package that's going to be coming is the use of machine learning algorithms. And with this is actually going to be analyzing gameplay data from the server side in order to help identify suspicious behavior trends. Now again, they don't dive into too many details with this, and that's likely due to the fact that they don't want to reveal too much and make it easy for people to get around their anti-cheat systems. But it is nice to see that they are using some form of machine learning on top of a kernel level anti-cheat and also server-side analytical tools. It seems like they've got all the bases covered as far as combating cheaters. And at least from the sound of all of this, this does appear to be a very solid, robust anti-cheat system. Now, of course, no anti-cheat system will 100% eliminate every single cheater. There will always be a constant battle between the developers of the game and the cheat developers. And cheat developers will always find a way around whatever current system is in place in order to get their cheats in, and then the anti-cheat needs to be updated in order to combat that. So this still will be a constant battle, but this anti-cheat system gives them far more tools than they're currently using in order to combat the cheating. And from the sounds of it, this should significantly cut back on any cheating that we are seeing in Warzone. So I'm really happy to see with this blog post, at least, that this anti-cheat system that they've been teasing is actually a proper, robust anti-cheat system and not just some half measure that won't really tackle the problem. On paper, at least, this looks like it could solve the epidemic of cheating in Warzone. Having said that, though, actions speak louder than words, and this is the type of thing where I'm just gonna wait and see. I really do hope it's effective because I'd love to get back into Warzone, but in its current state, I just feel like it's a waste of time to be playing Warzone, and this is why I have barely touched it for months now. In fact, just yesterday and today, I've been hopping on to try and level up the STG and the M1 Garen in order to prepare for Vanguard's release. And even in Plunder and Payload, I was running into obvious cheaters, which is just ridiculous to me. And it made me log off, and I don't think I'm even going to bother leveling these guns up in preparation for Vanguard because I'm just sick of cheating and I don't want to waste my time dealing with people that are cheating. So I really feel this anti-cheat system is going to make or break Warzone at this point. Especially for me, if this anti-cheat system turns out to be way more talk than action, and it just isn't effective, I'll be done with Warzone for good. But having said that, it does look very promising. It seems like they are taking the proper steps and actually implementing proper anti-cheat, not just half measures. And therefore, I am quite hopeful and optimistic about this, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now, of course, these are just my thoughts and opinions on this anti-cheat system. I'd like to know in the comment section below, what are you guys thinking based on what you've seen so far about this anti-cheat system? Do you think it will actually be effective? And if it is, will it be enough to bring you back to Warzone if you're somebody that has been pushed away by the cheating situation? Just let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.